You can hear this episode commercial-free, along with hundreds of others from Calaroga Shark Media on Apple, Spotify, or many other players. Just click the link in the show notes for more info.
Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams points out that as much as there is talk about Harry and Meghan, not a whole lot is happening. Fitzwilliams tells the Mirror they are working on new programs for Netflix, and Meghan has launched her lifestyle blog, American Riviera Orchard. They have lost Spotify. Rather curiously, Lemonada Media, which Meghan has joined, reportedly intends to place her podcasts on ice until next year. Nothing has come of rumours about Meghan and any political ambitions she might have. Yet, since their $100 million contract with Netflix began, they have done hardly anything for it. It runs out next year, and Netflix are no longer producing the series of The Crown as they previously were. They might therefore have less interest in the Sussexes. If they lost this contract with Archewell, their business and charitable foundation having so few donors, they might well be in financial trouble. Since their exposés of royal life have made mega bucks but little else has made money, the royal family better hope that this unpredictable and ruthlessly ambitious couple stays with Netflix. Royal author Tom Quinn tells the Mirror, freed of the normal constraints of working royals, Harry and Meghan are canny enough to know that this gives them a chance to fill the gap. That in the coming weeks, the focus is bound to shift to them. You only have to look at photographs of the couple during their recent Nigeria tour to see that they are determined to be seen as a more relaxed, more fashionable version of William and Kate. That's why they make sure they are constantly seen holding hands and emphasizing their commitment to the young and disadvantaged. It's a clever pitch from a couple who want to be seen as the fun alternative to the frosty, out-of-touch and now largely shut down royal family. However, royal commentator Esther Krauk wonders what the pretense of their travel would be. She told Sky News Australia, the country that we here are trying to court them is Ghana, but Ghana doesn't send veterans to the Invictus Games. So what would be the excuse of having Harry and Meghan there? Is Meghan going to say that she's now 50% Ghanaian? Despite some arguable success in Nigeria, Quinn sees a frustration in Harry. For Harry, every success is another kind of failure, while his family refused to acknowledge his efforts and steadfastly refused to apologize for everything that had happened in the past. In Nigeria, and even with Meghan at his side and regularly holding his hand, he still has a permanent look of bitterness on his face. PR expert Ryan McCormick suggests that the royal family may be preparing for a future reunion with Prince Harry by deleting a controversial statement he made. McCormick explained to the Mirror, the reason for doing their part in deleting these negative digital footnotes is to distance and diminish their impact on public perception. The royals may also be laying the groundwork for a future full reconciliation with Harry. While some of Meghan and Harry's controversial actions will never be forgotten, making headlines for positive things, goodwill trips, charitable initiatives, will improve their likability. I think both need to remain in the royals and public's good graces for a prolonged period of time before hearts of forgiveness can be opened. Back in 2019, Meghan and Harry opted not to involve the press in the birth of their son, Prince Archie, a decision that one royal photographer has labelled a disaster. Breaking with royal family tradition, they chose not to pose for pictures on the hospital steps. Photographer Arthur Edwards criticised this move, saying, when the baby was born, when Archie was born, that was another, in my view, disaster. I knew we were not going to get a picture of Archie. Everybody was hoping we would get pictures. Edwards was recently on the Royal Exclusive show and said, we were led to believe that she had gone into labour at 2 o'clock when the baby had been born many hours earlier. We were led to believe it was going to be a home birth and it was in a hospital. The whole thing was just a stage managed to suit them. Stephanie Tacky, writing under the Eden Confidential banner in the Daily Mail, writes, he's blessed with a $14.5 million Tuscan-style mansion with 7 bedrooms, 13.5 bathrooms, library, cinema, gym, pool and chicken coop, not to mention 2 delightful children and a bewitching wife who yearns for you to taste her jam. But Prince Harry, and indeed his entire neighbourhood, may now urgently be in need of a scrubber machine. Apparently there are cannabis farms near Montecito, and the smell is, quote, strong. Perhaps a nice cottage an hour and a half from London would sound nice about now. Harry's legal battle over his US visa application is raising questions about whether he was trustful regarding past drug use. In a new episode of the GB News podcast, The Royal Record, digital royal editor Svar Nanan Sen and royal correspondent Cameron Walker discussed the situation. Walker stated, in his memoir Spare, he admitted to taking marijuana, cocaine, and psychedelic mushrooms. Under US immigration law, you cannot lie on your immigration record to say you have not done illegal substances, if you have done so, because that is under law grounds for deportation. Walker explained the crux of the legal case is whether Harry lied on his immigration forms, which could have consequences, or if he disclosed his drug use but was still granted a visa, potentially receiving special treatment. Nanan Sen added, I think if the documents are released, it's a lose-lose situation for Prince Harry. As you've said, he's either lied on his documents and the penalty could be really harsh for that, including being deported, or he admitted to taking drugs on his documents, in which case it raises questions about whether he received special treatment as a member of the royal family. Walker pondered whether a future President Trump would deport Harry, breaking up his family and the potential diplomatic implications given Harry's royal status. However, Walker noted, we simply do not know how it will play out if Harry's visa documents remain secret. Palace Intrigue will be right back. The Mirror took a look at Meghan's flirtation with being a reality TV star. According to the creator of the Bachelor franchise, Mike Fleiss, the former actress seriously contemplated applying for the popular show right after her stint as a briefcase model on Deal or No Deal. Had Meghan taken that leap into the world of rose ceremonies and hot tub dates, her life's trajectory would have diverged dramatically from the path that eventually led her to the British royal family. Instead of vying for the affections of an eligible bachelor surrounded by a bevy of beautiful women, Meghan met and fell in love with Prince Harry, capturing the heart of a real-life prince. This bombshell disclosure from Fleiss offers a tantalizing glimpse into the sliding doors moment that could have entirely reshaped Meghan's future. One can only imagine the drama and intrigue that might have unfolded if the woman now known as the Duchess of Sussex had indeed graced the bachelor mansion with her presence, competing for a final rose in the promise of everlasting love. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice. Write us a review, leave us 5 stars if you love the show. And don't forget, you can now get this show commercial-free as a subscriber. You can do it through the Apple app, or you can do it through the link in our show notes. And if you're on Spotify or other apps, you can also become a subscriber there with no additional plugins. It's easy, and it's only $5 a month, and you get to support everyone here at Palace Intrigue. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.